As Gold Rush Season 15 pushes deeper into the winter months, the race to extract every ounce of gold before the ground freezes is reaching a fever pitch. Episode 13, titled The King's Mistake, promises high-stakes decisions, unexpected setbacks, and a desperate push to secure fortunes before time runs out. With tensions running high and fortunes on the line, the miners are facing some of the toughest challenges yet. For each of the main crews, Tony Beets, Rick Ness, and Parker Schnabel, this episode could mark a turning point in their season, with potential triumph or disaster looming just ahead. Tony Beets hits an unexpected roadblock. Tony Beets, the self-proclaimed king of the Klondike, has spent years dominating the gold fields, but his latest venture at Indian River faces a major obstacle. With his season winding down, Tony encounters an unforeseen challenge that could derail his entire operation. Whether it's equipment failure, permitting issues, or a geological miscalculation, Beets will have to act fast if he wants to salvage his gold haul. Tony's reputation as one of the most aggressive and determined miners in the Yukon means he won't back down from a fight, but this setback could prove to be one of the most frustrating of his career. His team, already stretched thin from long hours and difficult conditions, must rally to overcome the problem before winter forces them to shut down. Will Tony be able to keep his legendary operation moving forward, or is this the misstep that costs him the top spot this season? This roadblock at Indian River also raises larger questions about Tony's future mining strategy. He has long relied on brute force and a willingness to take big risks, but with claims running out and operations becoming more expensive, could this be the moment where he is forced to reconsider his approach? If he fails to overcome this hurdle, it may not just be his season at stake, but his reputation as well. Rick Ness searches for a new mining spot. Meanwhile, Rick Ness finds himself in a precarious situation. Despite his determination to make a triumphant return to gold mining, his current claim may not be delivering the results he needs. With the clock ticking, Rick is forced to explore new ground in a last-ditch effort to turn his season around. After stepping away from mining last season, he returned with high hopes, but the gold hasn't been flowing as expected. Now, he has to make a difficult choice: stick it out and risk coming up short, or gamble on a new location with unknown potential. Rick's crew, who have been standing by him through thick and thin, are equally invested in the success of the season. A move to a new location could mean a fresh start, but it also comes with risks, including logistical challenges and increased costs. Can he find a promising pay streak in time, or will this season be another uphill battle for the former Parker Schnabel lieutenant? The coming days will test Rick's resilience, leadership, and ability to trust his instincts when it matters most. In addition to his mining troubles, Rick is also facing personal struggles. The stress of running an operation, combined with financial pressures and the weight of proving himself after his time away, has been taking a toll. How he navigates these challenges, both in and out of the mine, could determine not only the outcome of his season but also his future in the gold mining business. Can he pull off a miracle and end the season on a high note, or will his struggles prove too much to overcome? Parker's crew makes a big move at the long cut. Parker Schnabel's ambitious mining strategy has already seen major risks and rewards this season, but now his crew is making a bold push in the long cut. With a potential massive payout at stake, Parker's team is betting big on this move. But with increased production comes increased stress. How will Parker and his crew handle the added pressure? And more importantly, will the gamble pay off in gold? Parker, known for his relentless drive and high expectations, is placing a lot of trust in his team to execute this critical shift. The long cut has already required significant time and resources, and at this point in the season, there's little room for errors. Doumitt and the rest of Parker's season crew must work efficiently to ensure everything goes according to plan. However, unexpected complications, be it mechanical breakdowns, crew exhaustion, or geological surprises, could quickly turn this big move into a costly miscalculation. If Parker's long cut plan succeeds, it could cement his dominance this season and put him in position for one of his best gold hauls yet. However, the pressure is immense. His crew is working around the clock, and Parker himself is taking on more leadership responsibilities than ever before. This could be his defining moment, but it could also be the biggest mistake of his season if things go wrong. Beyond the immediate success of this move, Parker also has to think about the long-term future of his mining operation. With each passing year, he is expanding his reach and taking on bigger projects, but at what cost? Will this high-stakes strategy pay off, or is he pushing too hard, too fast? Only time will tell. With the season reaching its critical stage, the miners are pushing harder than ever. Tony is fighting to overcome a major obstacle, Rick is scrambling to secure a new spot before time runs out, and Parker is making one of his biggest moves yet. The harsh Yukon conditions, mechanical breakdowns, and unpredictable gold deposits mean that anything can happen in these final weeks. Viewers can expect plenty of drama, tough decisions, and intense moments as the miners battle the elements and their own limitations. The stakes have never been higher, and every decision counts. One wrong move could spell disaster, but the right call could lead to the biggest paydays of their careers. Will Tony overcome his latest roadblock? Can Rick find new ground that saves his operation? And will Parker's long-cut maneuver deliver the payday he's banking on? With only a few weeks left before the frozen ground brings the season to an end, every miner must push themselves to the limit. Who will emerge victorious, and who will walk away disappointed? Gold Rush fans won't want to miss episode 13, The King's Mistake, airing this Friday on Discovery. As Gold Rush Season 15 barrels towards its final stretch, the latest gold counts after episode 12 reveal a clear frontrunner in the race for Klondike dominance. Tony Beets continues to hold a commanding lead, while Parker Schnabel and Rick Ness are pushing hard to close the gap. Meanwhile, Kevin Beets remains on the sidelines, still struggling to put any gold in the jar. With a staggering 2,591.89 ounces of gold recovered so far, Tony Beets sits comfortably at the top of the leaderboard. Valued at approximately $6,479,725, this haul is a testament to Tony's aggressive mining strategies and seasoned crew. Despite some setbacks earlier in the season, his ability to consistently pull big numbers reinforces why he remains one of the most formidable miners in the Yukon. Parker Schnabel, known for his relentless pursuit of gold, has pulled in 1,693.20 ounces so far, amounting to an impressive $4,233,000. While still trailing Tony, Parker has a reputation for finishing strong. His three-wash plant strategy is ambitious, and if he can keep production up, there's still a chance he could close the gap. Rick Ness may be further behind, but his 909.22 ounces recovered, valued at $2,273,250, is still a respectable haul. After a rocky return to mining this season, Rick has managed to claw his way back into the game. The question remains whether he can build on this momentum and hit a big score before the season ends. With limited time left, Rick will need to make some bold moves to maximize his final cleanup totals. Finding a new pace streak or ramping up production could make the difference between a disappointing finish and a satisfying comeback. While Tony, Parker, and Rick are stacking up gold, Kevin Beets remains empty-handed with 0 ounces recovered. Whether due to operational setbacks, strategic missteps, or just bad luck, Kevin has yet to put any gold on the scale this season. With time running out, it's unclear whether Kevin will be able to turn things around. His struggles highlight the brutal reality of gold mining. No matter how much experience you have, nothing is guaranteed in the Klondike. With only a few weeks left in the season, every miner is facing critical decisions. Tony Beets looks strong, but he can't afford to get complacent. Parker Schnabel still has a chance to rally, and Rick Ness is pushing for a solid finish. Meanwhile, Kevin Beets needs a miracle to get on the board. Will Tony maintain his dominance? Can Parker or Rick pull off a late-season surge? And will Kevin finally strike gold? Gold Rush fans won't want to miss the action as Season 15 heads toward its dramatic conclusion.